This is the Morning Boot Daily Tech News with Root Access, built for IT leaders, cloud engineers, security professionals, founders, and tech-curious listeners who want context, not hype. We cover what's happening in AI, cloud, security, and enterprise tech, and what it means for people running real systems. No fluff, just what shapes how we build, operate, secure, and scale. It's February 3rd, 2026 in California. Let's start with what matters. Apple just bought QAI, an Israeli audio AI startup specializing in whispered speech recognition and audio enhancement. And here's what everyone's missing. This isn't about building another chatbot. While the entire industry races toward cloud-based large language models, Apple's going the opposite direction. They're embedding specialized audio AI directly into AirPods and Vision Pro. On-device, local inference, privacy baked in from the start. Think about the economics here. Once you've bought the hardware, the inference is free. No monthly API bills. No usage caps. And privacy isn't a feature you toggle on, it's structural. Your voice data never leaves your device. For IT leaders and product managers, this matters more than you think. We've been conditioned to assume AI equals cloud services and recurring costs. But what if the smarter play for certain use cases is tight hardware integration with local models? Here's something worth trying. Test on-device audio AI components in your smart device features. Benchmark latency against cloud solutions. Compare privacy guarantees. You might discover that local inference isn't just cheaper, it's actually better for users who care about data sovereignty. Apple's building a moat where inference is free and privacy is the default. That's a different game than everyone else is playing. Moving on, Amazon's negotiating a $50 billion investment in OpenAI. Let that number sink in. $50 billion. Now here's the weird part. Amazon already backed Anthropic, OpenAI's biggest competitor. So why pivot now? Two strategic reasons. First, they want OpenAI's models running on Amazon's custom AI chips. Second, this is about owning the entire AI infrastructure stack. What we're witnessing is a massive consolidation of AI infrastructure. Cloud providers aren't just hosting models anymore. They're co-investing, co-developing, and tightly coupling AI with specialized silicon. For cloud architects and CTOs, this fundamentally changes your planning assumptions. Cloud spend isn't just about compute and storage anymore. You need to factor in these deeper partnerships between AI labs and cloud providers. The cost-performance equations are shifting fast. Here's what you can do right now. Evaluate AI chip offerings in your cloud projects today. Run benchmarks, compare pricing models. Understand the trade-offs before these mega deals lock you into specific ecosystems. The window for informed decisions is closing. Even Amazon, with all its resources and internal AI efforts, sees value in betting big on OpenAI. That tells you everything about the stakes of this race. Next in line, OpenAI built an AI data agent for internal use, not for customers, for their own employees, and it's a masterclass in how to do AI tooling right. This isn't some generic chatbot slapped onto a dashboard. It's a bespoke system designed specifically around OpenAI's data structure, permissions, and workflows. Employees go from complex question to actionable insight in minutes instead of hours. The counterintuitive lesson: custom AI agents built around your organizational data yield far greater ROI than generic off-the-shelf models. It's all about context. It's about fitting the tool to how your people actually work and where your data actually lives. For IT and data leaders, this is your blueprint. AI agents aren't just external products. They're internal productivity multipliers. They slash time to insight. They surface hidden patterns. They answer questions that used to require days of manual analysis. Try this. Pilot a lightweight question-answering agent scoped to your company's data pipelines and permission models. Start small. See where it uncovers operational efficiencies. Test it on real questions your teams are asking today. The ROI might surprise you. AI that understands your specific data and workflows beats AI that understands everything but fits nothing. That's the real insight here. Let's shift gears. Microsoft's Q2 earnings beat expectations. Azure grew massively. And then the stock dropped 11%. Why? Two reasons. First, they're ramping infrastructure spending because demand is outpacing their ability to build. Second, customer concentration risk. Over $281 billion of commercial obligations tied to one customer. The largest tech company in the world faces significant financial exposure from a single AI customer relationship. Even giants aren't immune to AI-driven concentration risk. For tech decision makers, this is your wake-up call. Vendor dependencies matter. Multi-cloud strategies aren't just nice-to-haves anymore. They're essential hedges against AI service risks. Do this soon. Review your contracts for AI service terms. Update your disaster recovery plans to account for AI dependencies. If a major AI provider pivots or goes down, what happens to your operations?
Do you have real fallbacks? Document them now. The surprise here is that even Microsoft, with all its scale and resources, is navigating explosive demand and concentration risk. That should make all of us more cautious about how we architect AI dependencies. Moving on to something widely misunderstood, Apple's AI strategy. Critics say they're behind, that they're too slow, too cautious. But what if they're playing a completely different game? Apple isn't racing to launch flashy cloud AI services. They're building a privacy-first ecosystem where inference happens on-device. No ongoing cloud costs. Privacy isn't a feature, it's architectural. The CapEx already happened when you bought the iPhone or Mac. It looks like complacency to outsiders, but it might be strategic wisdom. What if Apple's building a moat based on free inference, structural privacy, and hardware people already trust and own? That's capital efficiency. That's user trust at scale. For enterprise architects and product managers, there's a lesson here. Explore hybrid AI solutions, blend on-device inference with cloud capabilities, balance privacy, cost, and functionality in ways that fit your users' actual needs. Try this experiment. Prototype AI features that work offline or with minimal cloud calls. Test user experience. Measure data security gains. You might find that local-first AI isn't just a privacy win, it's a performance and cost win too. The next 3 years will tell us if Apple's patience is genius or complacency. But right now, betting on-device AI with privacy as a first-class citizen doesn't look foolish. Finally, Google DeepMind's Project Genie is live. It's an interactive AI world builder, and it represents something important, a fundamental shift in how AI works. This isn't about generating one static image or one text response. It's about persistent, evolving AI environments that adapt in real time. AI that supports creative workflows continuously, not just in discrete bursts. For IT and cloud teams, this raises real infrastructure questions. How do you support real-time AI systems? What bandwidth do you need? How do you design UIs for continuous AI interaction? How do you manage latency at scale? Here's what to do. Experiment with available AI world-building tools or virtual environments. Get hands-on experience now. Learn what the complexity and latency challenges actually feel like before your users start demanding these capabilities. The insight here? AI's future may be less about fixed outputs and more about interactive, adaptive ecosystems. That fundamentally changes how we architect, scale, and support AI-driven experiences. That's it for today's Morning Boot. We covered Apple's audio AI acquisition and their unique hardware-first strategy, Amazon's $50 billion OpenAI bet, OpenAI's internal data agent blueprint, Microsoft's AI-driven concentration risk, Apple's misunderstood long game, and Google DeepMind's shift toward persistent AI environments. Or if you're an IT leader, cloud engineer, security professional, founder, or tech-curious listener, this is where you get context without the hype. Thanks for listening. See you tomorrow.